Picture a car that runs without gasoline. It doesn't need to be plugged in and never stops moving. This might sound like something from a futuristic novel, but it's real and it's emerging from Africa. A humble inventor from Zimbabwe has accomplished what the world's top automakers deemed impossible: a self-sustaining car that rewrites the rules of energy. While Tesla and other electric vehicle EV giants grapple with charging networks and battery constraints, Africa has introduced a vehicle that powers itself, no cords, no fuel, just continuous motion. Elon Musk once called the concept unworkable, but footage of the car in action has sent shockwaves through the auto industry. The most surprising part? Africa isn't just testing prototypes, it's gearing up for mass production. This breakthrough could redefine transportation, threatening the reign of traditional EVs. As the West remains distracted by semiconductor shortages and supply chain woes, Africa has silently built a thriving automotive industry. While headlines in Europe and America fixate on Tesla's latest models, a revolution is unfolding across Africa. Countries like Morocco, South Africa, and Nigeria are no longer just importers of foreign vehicles. They're designing and building their own. Morocco has become the continent's top car exporter, shipping 400,000 vehicles in a single year. South Africa's auto sector employs over 100,000 people, driving economic growth. Nigeria, better known for oil than cars, now boasts homegrown brands like Innocent Motors and Kanga Cars. These companies aren't just assembling imported parts, they're engineering rugged, locally adapted vehicles from the ground up. Western media has largely overlooked this shift, still preoccupied with Tesla's Cybertruck delays and Detroit labor disputes. But Africa's automotive surge isn't just about manufacturing, it's about self-reliance. Instead of depending on global supply chains, African automakers use regional materials: Kenyan steel, Egyptian tires, Nigerian upholstery. This strategy cuts costs and strengthens economic bonds across the continent. Unlike Tesla's focus on luxury and high-tech features, African manufacturers prioritize durability and practicality. Their vehicles are built to endure rough terrain, dust storms, and extreme weather, conditions where many Western cars falter. This no-nonsense approach resonates with local buyers who value function over flashy designs. Africa isn't just catching up to the global auto industry, it's carving its own path, blending innovation with real-world demands. The self-charging car is the crowning achievement of this movement, proving Africa can outpace the world's automotive giants. While Tesla's EVs struggle in areas with unreliable electricity, Africa's Invention requires no charging infrastructure at all. Imagine navigating a remote village with frequent power outages. A Tesla would stall, but a self-charging car keeps going. This isn't just a technological leap, it's a game-changer for millions. Farmers can haul goods without fuel expenses, doctors can reach rural clinics without battery anxiety, and families can travel freely, untethered from charging stations. While Tesla designs cars for highways, Africa builds vehicles for survival. The self-charging car isn't just a product, it's a declaration. It shatters the myth that innovation only comes from Silicon Valley or Germany. Africa is proving that necessity fuels ingenuity, and the world is finally paying attention. China, ever strategic, sees potential where the West sees disruption. While American automakers debate the viability of self-charging tech, Chinese investors are already forging partnerships in Africa. In Kenya, Chinese engineers work alongside local innovators to refine the technology. In Uganda, they're adapting it for public transit. China's approach is pragmatic. Instead of dismissing the idea, they're investing heavily, positioning themselves to dominate if the tech succeeds. For China, this isn't just about cars, it's about controlling the next era of mobility. If self-charging vehicles take off, China aims to lead, leaving Tesla scrambling. Elon Musk is watching uneasily. Tesla's second-largest market is China, and if Chinese automakers adopt this tech, Tesla could lose its advantage. The global EV market is already feeling the tremors. Automakers that poured billions into lithium-ion batteries now face potential obsolescence. Volkswagen, Ford, and Toyota are all rethinking their strategies, questioning if they backed the wrong technology. The battery industry is in turmoil. Plummeting lithium demand could devastate mining economies in Bolivia, Chile, and the Congo. Environmentalists are divided. Less mining means less ecological harm, but mining-dependent regions could face economic collapse. Meanwhile, consumers are captivated by the idea of a car that never needs charging. The promise of cost savings, energy independence, and unlimited mobility is irresistible. Even Tesla loyalists are asking, if this works, why settle for traditional EVs? Musk's initial skepticism hasn't slowed the momentum. Videos of the car in action speak volumes. Tesla is now in damage control, secretly developing Project Infinite to create its own self-sustaining vehicle. But Africa's head start may be unbeatable. The future of mobility isn't just electric, it's self-powered. Governments must rethink infrastructure, industries must adapt, and the world must recognize Africa as the new epicenter of automotive innovation. This isn't just a car, it's a revolution. The rise of Africa's self-charging car isn't just a feat of engineering, it's a catalyst for social and economic change. Workers across the continent are embracing this innovation, seeing it as a source of pride and prosperity. In South Africa, the auto industry employs over 100,000 people, providing stable jobs in regions once crippled by unemployment. Unlike Tesla's robot-heavy factories, African plants emphasize skilled labor, training workers to master the technology they build. This hands-on approach fosters a deeper connection between laborers and their work. They're not just assembling parts, they're shaping the future. Labor unions, typically wary of automation, support the shift, recognizing that self-charging cars create lasting employment. The economic ripple effect extends beyond factories. Local businesses flourish, families gain financial security, and communities grow more resilient. This isn't just about manufacturing, it's about empowerment. Africa's automotive revolution proves that innovation and human labor can thrive together, challenging the Western model of replacing workers with machines. But as African workers celebrate, the global battery industry teeters on the edge. If self-charging cars replace traditional EVs, lithium demand could evaporate, crushing mining economies. Countries like Bolivia and the Congo, reliant on lithium exports, may face economic disaster. Battery giants like Panasonic and CATL, once industry leaders, are now scrambling to pivot. Even Tesla, built on lithium-ion tech, must adapt or risk fading into irrelevance. The environmental impact is mixed. Less mining reduces ecological harm, but job losses could spark social unrest. The billion-dollar battery economy is on the verge of collapse. Investors who bet on lithium are now second-guessing their choices, while African automakers draw global interest. Consumers are already shifting their expectations. Why tolerate limited range and charging headaches when self-sustaining cars exist? In rural areas with scarce electricity, the appeal is undeniable. Farmers, healthcare workers, and families see this technology as liberation from energy poverty. Even city dwellers are intrigued. Imagine never needing a charging station again. Social media buzz grows daily, with debates raging over whether this is the future or too good to be true. Tesla's response has been frantic. Elon Musk initially ridiculed the invention as impossible. But as evidence piled up, Tesla quietly launched Project Infinite, racing to develop its own self-charging system. Investors are growing anxious. Tesla's stock is dipping as uncertainty mounts. Musk's dismissal now looks like fear. What if Africa's invention makes Tesla's charging network obsolete? The race is on, and Africa is ahead. Governments worldwide must rethink energy policies. Countries that invested heavily in charging stations face sunk costs. Will that infrastructure go to waste? Environmental groups must also adjust. Self-charging cars could be greener than battery-dependent EVs, but doubts linger. The biggest question is scalability. Can Africa produce enough vehicles to meet global demand? Early signs are promising. Factories are expanding, partnerships forming, and investors flooding in. China's involvement ensures rapid scaling, while Western automakers struggle to keep up. The future of mobility isn't just about electricity, it's about energy independence. Africa's leap beyond fossil fuels threatens the global oil industry. Nations reliant on petroleum exports must now confront a world where cars don't need fuel. The geopolitical implications are massive. Energy dominance could shift from oil-rich states to tech-driven nations. Africa, long underestimated in the global economy, is now leading the most transformative transportation revolution since the invention of the automobile. This isn't just about cars, it's about rewriting the rules of energy, industry, and power. The self-charging car proves that innovation isn't confined to Silicon Valley or Germany. It's born where necessity meets creativity in garages in Zimbabwe, factories in Nigeria, and labs in Kenya. The world must now choose, resist this change or embrace it. For consumers, the decision is simple. Freedom from fuel and charging is too compelling to ignore. For automakers, the message is clear: adapt or be left behind. Africa has redefined the future, and the rest of the world must now catch up. So, is this the breakthrough that changes everything, or just another unrealized dream? The answer lies in Africa's factories, on its roads, and in the hands of its people. The revolution has begun. Will the world join it?